Alright guys, so we are back. So it's been a little bit busy because Gundam Breaker 4 launching a lot of stuff. So I'm not even going to be doing the event because right now I'm just going to say it's pretty much unrunnable unless you have the newest unit, which is being the Engage Zero. So let's kind of talk about this Engage Zero. So should you guys summon, I am just gonna convince you guys don't go for this unit, even though it is a pretty decent support, which all support are pretty much, but I feel like this one is not really on the same level as let's say Shore's Zagu, which that one has that unique mechanics that allows you to just target Gundam type, and then when Gundam types enemies are there, you do extra damage. Obviously that's cool and all, but this one is pretty basic. You are simply buffing Newtype, and then you just have like a general damage buff from the skill 1. So in total, skill 1 does have up to 28% what you do have in the combination of new time machine. And skill 2 is simply the damage aspect for this unit, which I would definitely say anytime when a support unit tries to be a DPS oriented route is never going to be good, because it never output good enough damage. And then you do have the transcendent skill that offers increased accuracy and then increased damage, but then again, the funnel, in my opinion, they never tends to dash out the best damage possible. So I feel like as a whole, why is this unit falling apart? It has great utility from the EX skill. You have additional 22%, new type another additional 22%. So in total, you have 44. And then for the last portion, it restore EXQ gauge to unit category with the SciComm links, and that is honestly a dead trade. We only have 3 units that has the SciComm links, and those are the 3 Quibblies that we will eventually be getting as they free to play. We have the second one already, which is Ray's Quibbly, and then we just had one last one, and other than that we have no more. So they are giving a dead trade a support, which I don't know why you would do that as a summonable unit. So yeah, the reason being why this is not a unit that is going to be serving as a unit that you'll be using in the near future, because new type. So how they classify in this game, anything I think falls in the Zeta series and Double Zeta series, they are classified as new type machine. But once you move past the, you can say the UC80s, once you move into the UZ 0090s, that means the Shark's counter attack, Unicorn, narrative, and then anything within that 0090s umbrella. Those are supposedly classified as what is it, Psycho Frame machine. So I don't. I mean, I don't know. I never really get that. I mean, don't the pilot use aren't they on new types? But I don't know, man. It's not the same logic. I don't know where they would think that, but that's kind of like the split. And then once you move past the 0090 stuff, you get into the 100, for example. We have your Victory. We have F91. We have Crossbone. And those are not really classified as new type or a psycho frame machine. So at that point, this is a unit that is going to have less and less value up, and then that's why I say I wouldn't recommend it, because of the usability is just not up there. So pretty unfortunate, right? I feel like right now this is still a pretty good unit to put, let's say Zeta, for example. Zeta is probably still one of the more prominent new type machine to use for global at the time being. But later on, we're not going to have the luxury of getting a lot more new type machines. So at that point, this is definitely going to be a fodder machine as a support. Very unfortunate. So that's why I am just going to tell you guys, don't submit on it. It's going to be a pretty bad one to go for. And even for Peche. She does what she needs to do. She's offering for blue, increase accuracy, and then for support, increase the EXQ gauge recovery by 18%. But the worst thing is, for the last portion, the damage stackable one, they put it under engage type, which is probably the worst one to be at, because it's pretty much the engage Gundam, and that's kind of it. So kind of unfortunate, I would say. If they would have made it into any other unit category, that would have been a lot more better, but no, they did not. So with that said, yep, just skip this one completely and probably save up into whatever we have next week around.